Being a Black violinist was very difficult. I was the only one. I was always the only one, but I'm like lioness, like don't test me. I am a professional violinist, and I also own a company called String Candy. We hire and contract string players for many different placements in TV and film, recording sessions, and live performances.
One day, when the war is won, we will be sure.
My dad is an avid classical music lover. Literally that's the only thing he plays ever. So I grew up listening to classical music. In particular, I saw a program on like Maryland Public Television or some sort of, public access show. And I was floored. I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. I was 3. So my parents put me in private lessons, and I just really connected with the music. I passionately love classical music, but being a Black violinist was very difficult growing up, only because I was the only one. I was always the only one. Elementary school up through high school, and it got to a point when I really had to make a decision, because I actually started my undergraduate degree in biochemistry and molecular biology. And I just didn't have the same level of excitement and passion for it. I was very good at it, but I felt like it was just kind of like the thing to do. I don't want to be a struggling musician. I scored very high on my SATs. I had a full ride, so I was like, this is what you do. But what really sealed the deal was when I was asked to play a piece called Meditation by Thais, which I had been playing since I was 9 years old. So, it's like a no-brainer, like, yeah, I could throw that together, it'll be fine. And when I tell you, I pulled my instrument out of my case, I hadn't touched my instrument in about 1.5 years at that point. And my finger, everything felt new. And I literally had a mental breakdown. Like, I hopped in my car and I drove off campus, and I'm like speeding down the highway like a maniac. And I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm crazy. Like, what do I do? Like, I can't do this. I can't do this. So I call my dad, and I'm like, Dad, I don't know that I can do this. Well, he's just like, are you sure? Like, you're sure? I'm like, I can't do this. I feel like I need to at least try to go into music full time. Like, I will put all of my eggs in one basket, and that is it. Like, I'm gonna make it work. I withdrew from the university, and I begged my private teacher to prepare me for undergraduate audition. And so I was literally practicing no fewer than 8 hours a day, every day for 3 months. Every day. And I made finals at the Curtis Institute, which accepts like less than 4% of all of its applicants. And then I ended up going to Indiana University. At that point, it was like, I'm going balls to the wall. In undergrad, I had a private teacher. He was like, you're not good enough to get into a master's level program. I mean, maybe you could get like a postgraduate diploma. I would literally sign up for masterclass, and he would scratch my name off the list and say, you're not ready. I felt demoralized, I felt deflated, I was disappointed, I felt less than. I had lost confidence in myself, confidence in my playing. Like, maybe he's right, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I can't do this. And I was going through depression, which I didn't know at the time. It's like, I was so shaken, and I explained that to the dean, and they matched me with the teacher of my choice, Mr. Paul Biss, who I love dearly, and I will never, ever forget how he was able to just help me to regain my self-confidence. And some people don't like to get their nails dirty and get their hands dirty. It's like they want a ready-made product. And it wasn't just technically, but it was mentally and emotionally as well. So it's hard for me to talk about it because it was a rough time. But it's like, you don't really know what you're made of until you have to go through certain things, and then you understand for yourself at that point, like, oh wow, I could do this. It gave me the grit that I needed to stick it out for the times that are really, really hard, and the times where, you want to give up, or you're just like, I'm so broke, why am I doing this? Like, it's too costly. Like, as a freelancer, I had experienced this kind of unsettled feeling about waiting around for the call. I was just like, I'm tired of waiting for someone else to call me. Like, that's whack. I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna start my own thing, and I'm gonna start hiring people for projects, and I'm gonna do it the way I like. And I launched String Candy in 2012 when I was living in LA. And thinking about like the journey and some of the people that I've been able to meet in my journey is crazy. Like, it doesn't even seem real. Like, I think back you know, to, you know, some of my brighter moments, you know, with String Candy and being able to say, like, I played on the Grammys. Like, I went and, like, I was in a rehearsal with Hans Zimmer and we're taking selfies with his phone. Like, these are people that I just never, ever in a million years would have thought would know me, or that I would even be standing in the same space. You know, it's just, it's almost like an alternate reality. And for that reason, I know that I couldn't have mapped this out on my own. In my best, wildest dream, I wouldn't have been able to design it this way. So I think what keeps me going is my faith in God. I'm a Christian, and it's something that I can stand on when I don't have the physical or mental strength to stand on my own. And I've just been really, really thankful and really blessed, you know, to be able to do what I love to do. I literally cannot imagine doing anything else. One thing I love most about myself is that I am a work in progress. And every day I'm learning more things about myself, and, you know, just learning to enjoy the process of being a work in progress. It's a nonstop thing, because it's like you don't really know what you're made of until you have to go through certain things, and then you understand for yourself at that point, like, oh wow, I could do this. I am lioness. Like, don't test me.